Hello, so today we will be talking about the subatomic particles. In an atom, there are three different subatomic particles. They are the proton, the neutron, and the electron. The first particle we will talk about is the proton. This was discovered by Ernest Rutherford. The proton is found in the nucleus and it has a positive charge. Its mass is 1.67 times 10 to the negative 24th grams, and it has a relative mass of 1.0 AMU. Also, the number of protons in an atom indicates the atomic number. For example, iron has an atomic number of 26. This means that it has 26 protons in an atom. The next particle is a neutron. This was discovered by James Chadwick. The neutron is also found in the nucleus, and it has no charge. It has a mass of 1.67 times 10 to the negative 24th grams and a relative mass of 1.0 AMU, which is the same as the proton. Lastly, there is the electron. The electron was discovered by J.J. Thomson. The electrons are found around the nucleus in an electron cloud. The electron cloud takes up most of the space in the atom. However, the electrons themselves are very, very small. They have a mass of 9.11 times 10 to the negative 28 grams and a relative mass of 0 AMU, and they also have a negative charge. So, most of the time in an atom, it has the same amount of protons, neutrons, and electrons. However, there are some times where this is not the case. One example of this is when an atom forms an isotope. So an isotope is when an atom has more or less neutrons than protons. So for example, this carbon over here has a mass number of 14, and the number of protons in carbon is 6. So to find the number of neutrons in this isotope of carbon, we would have to subtract the mass number by the atomic number, which in this case is 14 minus 6, which is 8. That means that there is 8 neutrons in this isotope of carbon. Lastly, another case when protons, neutrons, and electrons do not equal is an ion. This is when there are more or less electrons in an atom than there are protons. When an atom gains electrons, it becomes a negative ion because there are more electrons than protons. However, when electrons are lost, it becomes a positive ion because there are more protons than neutrons. One case of this is Cl-1. Chlorine usually has 17 electrons. However, when it has a -1 charge, that means it has 18 electrons. This is also called an anion when it is negative, and when it forms a positive ion, it is known as a cation. All right, that is all about subatomic particles. Thank you for listening.